It's all good though. So you want to talk about DJ Vlad's gaming tweet?
Yeah.
And that's a lot of people like freaking out about that.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Okay. First of all, you give your opinion and then I'll hop in.
No, I kind of gave my opinion on Twitter. The thing is, okay, this is because I used to play. Let me read it
first.
Yeah.
So the chat knows. Okay. As he pinned it too. Savage. As an adult, playing video games for long periods of time is a form of depression. If you don't believe me, ask yourself this. Think about the 100 greatest moments of your life. Do any of these moments include video games? Probably not. And this comes from a lifetime gamer. Then he said, well, that escalated quickly. Just to clarify, this doesn't apply to e-gamers or people who have turned gaming into a career. This isn't about someone who plays a few hours a week. This is about people who consistently devote a double-digit percentage of their lives to gaming. All right, go on.
I think I disagree with Vlad. Number one, I think if he said, think about the 100 greatest moments of your life, I think if he said 100 greatest moments of your adult life, I would agree. Because probably like some of my greatest moments were playing like games as a kid though. As an adult, I think maybe like I stopped playing games like quite early on as an adult because I just saw it as a complete waste of time. That was for me. But I said the whole thing. So yeah, I say that. And then I think it does apply to e-gamers as well. So I disagree with Vlad on that point. And I think Annoying had like a certain tweet to him where he gave his perspective. And I think I'm not saying he's wrong, although I disagree with him. What did he say? Let me try to pull it up. You have it up?
I got his Twitter up. He kind of disregarded his second tweet and like he said, yeah, speak for yourself, dweeb. Gaming made me avoid doing drugs, crimes, and blocked me from a broken household I grew up in. Absolutely in my top 100 greatest moments. Not to mention I made a career off gaming. Yes, to make a career off of it, you must start by doing it for free.
Yeah, so that you have to start by doing it off for free. That's for most things. But I think that's just survivor bias. Like how many people have tried to do something gaming wise on the internet and wasted so many years of their life. They didn't build any skills and now they're 30 plus with nothing to show for it.
A lot. Most.
Yeah, I think that's the overwhelming
I think that's most
majority.
Creators in general, but yes.
Although if you're a creator, I think you can accumulate certain skills. Like for example, like if someone's a video editor, and like I think it depends on the lane of content too. Like if you're a video editor, if you build a bunch of skills, maybe the content thing doesn't go far,
if you get like
but you can get a job
as opposed to being like the actual creator. Like if you're not editing your own videos, you hire a bunch of people to do that. Yeah, I feel like actual video game skills, unless you're an e-gamer, don't necessarily apply. Although there might be studies that
there's nothing
about coordination.
I also think it's crazy to call someone that's talking about not playing video games a dweeb. I think that's crazy. But yeah, so my whole perspective on it is I knew, like I caught this Vlad tweet when it was maybe like 200 likes. I knew this was going to go ultra viral because there's two people that get so triggered, and it's not even like the regular stereotype of like this blue hair person that gets triggered. People that smoke weed consistently and people that play video games consistently, they get so triggered at anything that isn't complete approval of what they do. So if someone's like, man, smoking weed makes somebody lazy, right? People are going to be completely triggered by that. That tweet is going to go crazy numbers. Same thing with games, which I don't get. Like my tweet was something like, I said true, but all the angry gamers will try to cope with angry responses instead of just scrolling past it. Like if I saw something like that, I'd be like, okay, whatever.
I think
because
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go on.
No, go ahead.
Nah, my point is long. That's why I want to hear yours.
Oh, okay. I think everything's fine in moderation. But yeah, I think if you smoke weed, if you do anything like for a long period of time, it can cause depression, and that even goes for work. Like were times in my YouTube career where I did nothing but work, and it took me out of like real world experiences, and I just got so glued to the phone of like making sure I knew what was going on in, you know, the rap sphere and whatnot. And so I just like blocked out everybody in my life. But video games for sure too, like it sets off dopamine in your head, like short form. I did have a lot of good experiences as a kid, but as an adult, it might just be because your friends aren't online, and that's what makes the video game suck. But as a kid, everybody's there. But I feel like, do you think that humans will be depressed when we're all in the metaverse?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think anything's ever going to be able to replace reality, unless they put in some chip in your brain or whatever, which I think we're very, 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 very far away from people accepting that.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's people have great gaming moments in their adulthood. I think they're just chasing the nostalgia of being a kid.
Facts. I swear I play like Pokemon all the time. Like, the idea of just going back and doing it is better than actually playing it, because then it's so simple and like it's just
you're like, yo, this is trash.
Yeah.
You're like, this hit different as a kid.
Or like when you go back to your like Nintendo or some shit, or like GameCube, like, or you play Super Smash Bros 10 games in a row, you're like, damn, this shit is kind of ass after a while.
And I think there's a lot of context that can be applied more. If it's like a story based game, then I don't really see like an issue with it. Like me, as in my personal life, I just see it as a waste of time for me. And
I agree.
I'm the same way. That's why I rarely watch movies. Yeah, I don't watch movies. I don't watch TV series really. It's just like I maybe watched 2 movies this year, and that's because I was on like a 7-hour flight yesterday.
I think that there's time that you have to do things that take you out of your regular schedule, though, to like just let off steam, because working so much all the time, and even just being social, like your battery just runs dry. I also just think that the whole video game argument, it's like if you're doing it by yourself, I think that depression is caused from overstimulation of non-human interaction. I think that's like, at least for me. And so if you're playing the game and you're not in an Xbox chat, but yes, some of my greatest moments as a kid come from being in an Xbox Live chat or like Call of Duty and like just strategizing search and destroy and whatnot, and like that it was amazing.
Yeah. And the thing is, I don't like the moderation argument that people make, because the way that they're constantly trying to make iterations on games is for it to not be in moderation. So like the way that they make the system for the game, especially for these games that aren't just like story-based games, they're competitive games, whether it's like Warzone or any of these other things like Apex, some stuff like that, it's designed to keep you on there for a very long time.
It's like social media.
Yeah, and then the people that say like they de-stress off of that, I think that's complete and total BS. Like, you never see somebody that's playing a video game for like 6 to 8 hours and they're smiling and laughing. They've always got a stern face on the entire time.
Well, I think what it is, even if they're stern, it's what's the word? It takes you out of this world. What is that word?
Escape?
Yeah,
escapism?
Like escape. Yeah, escapism. Like, I'll play right now. I play Halo online, like between, let's see, like editing a video or doing some work for my job, and then going back to, I don't know, going to the gym. And I'm like, I have to do it in between or else I'm just going to be exhausted.
Yeah.
But maybe it's more beneficial to just chill on the couch and do nothing, because I do think humans, the reason that we're so depressed is because we're overstimulated and we use video games as a pastime instead of just like meditating.
Yeah, I think people do not spend I don't think people spend any time during their day doing nothing. They're always twitching or fidgeting to do something, whether it's to pick up a freaking vape or to just
Myself
they just
included.
can't sit still. They just cannot sit still.
Yeah, no, I can't. I gotta, like, even when I'm, walking somewhere, like I'm always on my phone checking Twitter, or like the age of being bored is just gone. Like you're always switching.
Yeah, but you're probably checking it intentionally for, like, you're checking it with the opportunity of making money. Like people are habitually on Instagram and Twitter with nothing. They're gaining zero from it.
No, that's facts. I'm binge watching Game of Thrones, and I feel like the biggest loser right now because I'm on season 6 in a week.
You haven't watched it before?
No.
Oh,
I read the first 2 books, but then now I'm watching them.
That's crazy. I can't believe you even read the books. I don't know anybody that's read the books.
That's before I was in college. That was like one of the only books I've ever read in my life because I forced myself.
Was it good?
I mean, it was a big book. Like I kind of just did it to just say I did it. Like I hate reading now,
Why were you in college reading that book? It wasn't assigned. Like who took you in that direction?
Sometimes I just get in these, like before I found, YouTube, I was the kind of guy who was already doing self-help shit. Like I'm like, okay, let's read a book a day or a book a week or month, and let's go.
I was on the same shit.
Yeah,
but I was always of the mind that fiction was worthless, which my opinion has changed since then. But I was always like, why the hell would I read a fiction book? I'm gonna gain nothing from that.
Yeah. Although again, I think you can take ideas from fiction books or fiction video games.
I agree. But so how did you even discover this book? I had never heard of this book.
My sister's boyfriend at the time, who's now his husband, he also put me on to Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and like some other books.
Was he a nerd?
He's kind of a nerd, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if you knew about that book, you had to be like before, tapped into the nerd world.
Yeah. And now he's into crypto and whatnot, although that's not doing well.
Yeah, those people have been. I haven't seen crypto Twitter doing
right.
Yeah, if regular people aren't talking about it, I know it's not booming right now.
That's what made me get out. When all the regular people were hitting me up like, "Yo, are you into this coin or meme coin?" I'm like, dude, okay. If you're into
it's time
it,
to go.
You're a dumbass. So I'm out. Like we're at the top of the market. That was literally how I did it. I didn't look at any graphs or anything. I was just like, nah. Because all investments are nowadays, at least the stock market and crypto market, it's based on psychology.
Yeah.
They're asking you how old you are, by the way.
I'm under 30. I'm under 27.
You're under 27. Okay.
I think we're like the same age, maybe.
When's your birthday?
1995.
1996.